All right, guys, Darren from FBA Elite, and welcome back to another video. So in the past 24 hours, we have some breaking news that we're going to be covering in this video. And I've already seen some overreaction with some people saying that this is the end of Amazon FBA and Amazon FBA is dead. So I wanted to kind of do a hot take on the information that is currently available, as honestly, I don't think this is something we need to be overly concerned about, but let me cover the news first, explain what has happened, and then you can come to your own conclusion. So, breaking news as of yesterday, Amazon to launch discount Chinese goods section in Temu Fight Back. If we scroll down, it's going to read a couple of paragraphs so you can understand what has happened. Amazon is set to launch a new discount marketplace with budget-friendly items shipped directly from China. This move comes as the e-commerce giant intensifies its competition with fast-growing discount platforms such as Temu. Products will be delivered to international customers within a time frame of 9 to 11 days, according to the internal documents obtained by Reuters. In a recent confidential meeting with Chinese sellers, Amazon allegedly revealed plans to start enlisting merchants this summer, with inventory intake beginning in the autumn. And just a couple of more paragraphs, which are going to make more sense later on in this video. It's not clear whether Amazon will make use of the US trade provision that allows individual packages valued under $800 to bypass custom duties. Competitors such as Shein and Temu, which are rapidly expanding their market presence internationally, often rely on this clearance process for the direct-to-consumer, which is DTC, shipments. Temu recently reported a doubling of sales, and Shein is understood to have confidentially filed for a London listing earlier this month. So, Amazon has seen the traction that Temu and Shein are getting, and they're launching a discount store or a discount section on Amazon. We don't have full details yet, but rightly, some sellers are concerned. You know, if the Chinese factories are going to be selling direct on Amazon like they do on Temu, does that cut out the middleman? Does that mean that that's the end of Amazon FBA private label? I don't think that's the case, and that'll become clearer as we go through this video. So what I've done is I've gone through Twitter, or X as it's now known, to get some other people's hot takes, try and get a bit more information I want to share with you guys. And then at the end, I'm going to sum up my thoughts and why I don't think you need to be concerned. And also, I'm going to read you a conspiracy theory around this entire event. So up first, we have a tweet from John Elder. If you're not following him, I recommend a follow on X. He's very, very good. Rip Temu, it was nice knowing you. Amazon is launching a sub $20 section on their website that will ship items directly from factories. Shipping time will be 9 to 11 days. Amazon don't play. Now, my initial takeaway from this, why you don't need to be concerned as an Amazon FBA seller, especially the type of sellers that we are, that are selling premium products, not selling the cheapest rubbish that's already available, mostly on Amazon, eBay, Temu, etc., is that one, the shipping is going to be a major problem for many, many buyers. People are used to next day delivery or 1 to 2 day delivery. So shipping in 9 to 11 days, that is going to put off a huge number of people. I don't care how cheap something is. People are impatient. So that customer base is never going to be served by these suppliers that are shipping in 9 to 11 days. On to the next tweet. Amazon will launch a Temu, Shein, AliExpress clone with the tagline, brand new low price store shipped directly from China by Amazon. Now, I don't know if that's a selling point. When you consider the anti-Chinese sentiment that exists at the moment in the West, and that is unlikely to improve anytime soon as things still seem to be boiling to a head, I think shipped from China is going to put off some people. Yes, it might appeal to the people that are buying the very, very cheapest and that's all they can afford. But I think a lot of people are going to be put off. They don't want to buy direct from China. They want to buy from what they see as either US brands or UK brands, brands they feel they can trust. And where all of these products that are going to be on this are going to be cheap, generic, crap products, we're selling, they might even be coming from the same factories, but we're taking these products, we're making them better, we're putting on high quality branding, packaging, and solving all of the issues that those products have got. We're bringing quality products to market. We are not the same. We are not selling the same products, and we are not selling to the same customer base. They may be using the same website, but we are not selling to the same customers. And these customers already exist, they're already buying on Temu. So if they come and buy on Amazon, does it really make a big difference? All it means is that there's a chance they might see your high quality product next to the one that's on Amazon instead of only seeing the cheap rubbish that's on Temu. On to the next post. Excited to watch if Amazon's new Temu model takes off, where they sell direct from China via an Amazon China warehouse rather than the usual US Amazon FBA warehouse. So we've got a diagram here which I believe is based on the presentation that was given to these Chinese sellers yesterday. So at the moment, if you're a Chinese factory, You're usually using ocean freight because air freight is too expensive. You're sending it to America. It then goes to the Amazon FBA warehouse and then it's sent to the shopper. So you pay Amazon a decent amount of fees for that. Whereas what they're offering instead is the Chinese sellers send their goods to a Chinese warehouse or an Amazon warehouse in China. Amazon then bring the goods in possibly by air freight. And you can't see it, but behind my face here, it just says shopper like it does here. So it's going to speed up probably the shipment that would have taken place from China to America by going via Amazon and the logistics they've got in place. But it's not going to make much of a difference. It's not going to be much quicker than Temu, and it's going to be an awful lot slower than Prime and people that want Prime. So even though this is streamlined, I still don't see it appealing to anyone that wants their goods in a timely fashion. Up next, rip to every FBA dropshipper. And I kind of half agree with that. The majority of people that are drop shipping on Amazon this is gonna be potentially a problem if they're drop shipping products from China. I'm not saying if they're drop shipping from somewhere else or a branded product or something like that, but if they're drop shipping a generic product from China, then this is a big problem because they are just selling generic products and the suppliers are going to start selling directly on Amazon. So Amazon is launching the Temu's clone that we're shipping directly from China, and Chinese suppliers will be able to register as a seller in late August. I see a lot of new Uber drivers and Door Dashers unless the US government steps in, which I'm going to come back to in a moment. So I think the thing that's kind of quite amusing about all of this is people talking about China can all of a sudden sell directly to US consumers or UK consumers on Amazon. They've always been able to do this. You know, they've always been able to use FBM listings if they want to sell directly from their factory and ship to the customer. The only difference now is Amazon's going to have a storefront to make it look, I guess, a bit more legit, and they're going to add a strap line to it. And maybe that shipping has been streamlined a little bit compared to the factory shipping directly to the customer if they're going via the Amazon warehouse in China. But overall, I still don't see them offering anything that's going to entice the type of customers that we're aiming for. There's many types of customers on Amazon, and we're not aiming for these guys that are buying the cheapest products and willing to wait weeks for generic rubbish that we know is low quality. We're selling high quality products. We're selling it at a premium price, and we're going to get it there next day or within 2 days, depending on where they're located. And so we're offering a completely different value package compared to this type of seller. On to the next X post. Amazon to launch Temu-like discount section with direct shipping from China. But if you scroll down, this is the post I wanted to show you, one of the replies. Amazon is already flooded with cheap Chinese crap. I'm sick of having to do deep searches to not order from a made-up brands that look like they mashed the keyboard randomly. And I'm sure you guys can relate to this. You go onto Amazon, you're trying to find a high-quality product, and all you're seeing is just these mashed up brand names at the start of every single title. You know they're a Chinese seller. And this guy is the type of customer we're going to be aiming for. People that don't want the rubbish, people that are trying to avoid the Chinese sellers, that don't want the cheapest. They just want a high quality product, and we can offer that. And that demand isn't going anywhere, and that demand is not going to be absorbed by having direct to factory offerings on Amazon, because those products are still going to be low quality. And I've got 2 more posts to go through. I'm actually surprised it took them this long. Amazon wins in the end. Temu and every other Chinese app will eventually be banned. Amazon sees big dollar signs, and they already have great factory relationships. So you already know that the US are kind of either forcing TikTok, I think it is, to be sold, or they're going to ban TikTok. So if you look what they've done with other companies such as Huawei, if Temu gets too big and starts taking too much US market share, the US government will step in. And when they do, often that has implications for other Western countries as well. So you never know. This may be the beginning of the end of some of these competitors because of the fact Amazon are now offering a viable alternative. And then finally, the conspiracy theory that I wanted to share with you from e-commerce Jack. This is a master level Jedi move by Amazon. They do not care about shipping products to customers in 10 days. It's a master stroke to kill Temu and Shen. Let me explain. Temu can charge absurdly cheap prices because of a rule in the customs codes that if a shipment imported to the US is worth less than $800, that you do not have to pay the 30% Trump tariff. So what they're saying is cheap imports aren't subject to tariffs. And we have a similar tariff here in the UK. I think it's 150 euros, I think, or 135 pound. I can't remember exactly what it is. This dramatically changes how much you have to charge a customer when you do not have to pay this 30%. Currently, all Amazon products have paid this tariff, so it means their products will be priced higher than Temu Shen. So if you're a reseller, like we are, we're Amazon private label sellers, we're buying products from the Chinese, we're applying our private label brand, we're customizing the products, and we import them in bulk. because we're usually above the $800 cutoff, we're paying that import tax. So if it's below that and they're selling individual products direct to customers, they can avoid that and it's 30% cheaper. Amazon knows the entire business model of Temu and Shein hinges on this rule in the customs code. It is their Achilles heel. And if you remember, in the UK, many years ago, we had a similar rule with companies that were selling from Jersey. If you remember back to when we had, I think it was play.com, people would buy their DVDs and stuff from Jersey, and it'd always be £1 or £2 cheaper. Even companies, I think like HMV, used to start basing themselves in Jersey for that tax break, but then they closed that loophole. So there's every chance that if they see that Amazon is at risk and the Chinese competitors are taken over by making or exploiting this rule, then potentially if the governments do change the rule, it could completely shut down their business model. So how do Amazon get the government to change the rule? Pretend they're going to put all of their American small business sellers out of business. So they rise up against the rule. They are betting that the politicians will be more sympathetic to small American business owners versus a $1 trillion company complaining about some competitions. Politicians will see closed tariff loophole equals better for US businesses and worse for Chinese businesses equals good. Or more likely, they are betting that the government will miss all of that tariff income from Amazon and update the rule. Amazon Retail's entire value is predicated on their fulfillment network. Why would they even become a glorified drop shipping website? And that's a fantastic point. Why would Amazon go through the hassle of building this massive infrastructure, having fulfillment centers all over the US, all over the UK, having a massive delivery network, having Amazon Global Logistics, just to turn around and become a drop shipping provider for Chinese factories? They're going to lose out so much money from all of that side of things. So this, at best, is just a ploy to try to get Temu and that shut down by governments. But I think realistically, they're just trying to capitalize on that piece of market that Temu and Shein are stealing, the people that just want to pay the very, very smallest amounts for their goods, which is understandable in the economic conditions that we've got. People just can't afford some of the more expensive and premium products. But I don't think it's going to have hardly any, if any, impact on the type of customers that we're going to be targeting. So if you are an Amazon FBA private label seller, I do not think this is anything you need to be concerned about. The only thing you need to be concerned about for most new Amazon sellers is finding your first product. And if you haven't found your first product yet, check out my video from last week where I show you a brand new technique that you can use to find your first Amazon FBA product. And I'll see you guys over there.